This is morning 2. Didn't get much of a, didn't get a narration video yesterday morning, but we're had a family reunion at Camp Wooten along the Tucannon River, and decided to take the kids at the end of it and go do a camping trip. So I brought the off-road trailer with me and went over the Kendall Skyline road in the Umatilla National Forest. So been really hot here, over the hundreds during the day down in the valleys. Got down into the low 70s last night. We're probably just below 6,000 feet here at this location, but it just did not cool down a whole lot. Got up this morning, made some huckleberry pancakes that for the kids. We stopped and picked huckleberries several spots along the Kendall Skyline road, so that made for a good treat for them. Now we're just getting packed up and getting ready to head down off the hill. We're going to go down and do some swimming down in the Grand Ronde River, and then head towards Enterprise, Oregon, restock on supplies, and at that point head towards Hat Point on the breaks of Hell's Canyon. So I figure we'll go up there and spend a night and go from there. Here's looking west towards Walla Walla in the Columbia Basin. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see it, you see some of the farm fields and everything out in the flats. But beautiful view from camp. Last 10 miles or so of this Kendall Skyline road were boy, it was a rough stretch, just pure moon dust, and made it tough to make progress. Everything was coated in dust and nasty, but did a little cleanup before we got to cooking last night, and it was a nice relaxing evening. So kids are chattering in the background, working on packing things up, and yeah, we've got 3 kids working on collapsing a rooftop tent, 2 of them inside of it. That always helps. So, but we will get things packed up and hit the road. Morning of day 3. This is our second camp here. We're at Saddle Creek Campground in northeastern Oregon by the Hat Point area. This is the view down into the Hells Canyon area. This is Oregon on this side, and that's Idaho on that side. This is the Seven Devils Mountains over there. Took the kids backpacking over there and did some fishing a couple weeks ago. Beautiful morning. Boy, the wind was really blowing last night here at this campground. I had to pull in some of the awnings on the rooftop tent because they were flapping so bad and making noise. It was really tough to sleep. But have the campground to ourselves. So we've stayed at this spot a couple other times, and the view is just amazing. It's got good, usually have it to ourselves when we come anyway, but also have bathrooms and graveled campsites and a nice picnic bench. So it's about 7:30. Kids are still in bed, but let them sleep for a while. It was a long day yesterday. I think we did around 135 miles, and the inReach showed that our travel time was 9 hours and 30 minutes. We did take a couple hour break in Enterprise, Joseph area to visit a friend. But other than that, there's a lot of going. The climb up here to Hat Point's really steep, and so stopped partway up, let the pickup cool off a little bit. Never got hot, but just not wanting to work it too hard. I'll walk up the campsite here and get another shot of the bench down here, halfway down into Hells Canyon. Today we're gonna do a little adventuring around the Hat Point area, maybe go to the lookout tower, climb it, check things out, and then from there probably going to drop back down to Imnaha and go up the other side to the Zumwalt Prairie and head north along the rim of the west side of Hells Canyon and find another campsite. They're calling for more wind, so the site I had in mind that has a good view may not be the spot for tonight. We'll have to check it out. But kids want some more huckleberry pancakes, so I'm gonna bust the pan out and start cooking before too long and see if we can't raise them from bed. The lookout tower we're going to is just right out on the end of this point right here. You may be able to see it. So morning of day 4, we're camped out near the top of Horse Creek on the edge of Hell's Canyon. It was a fun day coming from Hat Point over to this location. Took us a little bit longer than I expected, but that Camp Creek trail was a pretty cool area. Rough and steep, and really climbed up out of the canyon. So the sun is just roasting this morning. We're just gonna get packed up, get some breakfast, and wander down the trail back down out of Oregon into Washington and head back home. We got about probably 60 miles to our house, something like that. So it shouldn't be too bad. Probably 20 of that is going to be on the trail. Then we'll hit paved road and make it back to get everything unpacked and put away. But here's the view from camp out over Hell's Canyon. Wind was blowing here again last night, so it was the tent was flapping pretty good. But beautiful spot to camp here. we made it home from the trip, but the last 20 miles or so, I lost the bearings in one end of the axle. So I went back and looked at some of the videos, and I could see the tire wobbling, and I remember noticing it as I was driving, but I thought it was just the axle flexing up and down, and that's why I was seeing that the tire moving in and out on the top, but apparently not. So new hub and bearings, and should be good to go again.